60-70-80 years old? Walking less? Try doing these 5 things instead. Have you ever found yourself moving slower than you used to? Maybe getting out of bed feels like more of a struggle, or a simple walk around the block leaves you more tired than it should. If you've been feeling this way, you're not alone. Aging brings changes, but here's the good news. You don't have to accept them as your new reality. Take someone like Barbara, a 72-year-old who started noticing that her legs didn't move as quickly as before. She had always been independent, but lately, she found herself hesitating before taking the stairs or needing to hold on to furniture to keep her balance. It scared her because she didn't want to lose her freedom. She thought slowing down was just part of getting older, something she had to accept. But was that really true? The truth is, it's never too late to regain your strength and energy. You don't have to accept a life of limitations just because the years are passing by. Today, I'm going to share 5 simple yet powerful practices that can help you move better, feel better, and enjoy your life with more confidence. These aren't complicated changes. In fact, they're easy to start today. And trust me, by the end of this article, you'll feel inspired to take action because the last 2 tips I'll share are absolute game changers. The goal isn't just to add years to your life, but to add life to your years. You deserve to wake up each day feeling strong and capable. So, stay with me, and let's dive into the first step toward reclaiming your energy and mobility. 1. Understand what's really happening to your body. Aging doesn't mean you have to stop moving. It simply means your body is changing, and you need to change how you care for it. Many people assume that feeling stiff, weak, or slow is just the natural course of aging. But in reality, much of this decline comes from inactivity rather than age itself. Let's go back to Barbara. The more she avoided movement, the weaker her muscles became. And the weaker her muscles got, the more difficult movement became. It was a cycle that made her feel even older than she was. But when she finally decided to do something about it, things began to change. The truth is, your body is built to move. The moment you stop moving regularly, your muscles weaken, your joints stiffen, and your energy levels drop. Think of it like a car that sits in the garage for months without being driven. The engine struggles to start, the tires lose air, and the battery dies. Your body works the same way. The less you move, the harder it becomes to move. But the opposite is also true. The more you move, the more your body responds with strength and energy. What you can do: start small. If walking long distances feels overwhelming, begin with a short walk around your home. If you feel stiff in the mornings, stretch before getting out of bed. If stairs seem intimidating, practice stepping up and down on a single step. These little movements might not seem like much, but they add up quickly. Barbara started by walking just 5 minutes a day. Within weeks, she noticed her legs feeling stronger, her balance improving, and her confidence growing. You are never too old to rebuild strength and mobility. Your body is resilient, and it will respond to what you do every single day. Movement isn't just an option. It's a necessity if you want to maintain your independence. 2. Stop accepting fatigue as normal. Another common issue that sneaks up with age is feeling constantly tired. You might wake up in the morning and still feel drained by the afternoon. All you want to do is sit down and rest, and by evening, even though you haven't done much, your body feels exhausted. Barbara struggled with this too. She thought her fatigue was just part of aging, but here's what she didn't realize. Fatigue is often a symptom of poor habits, not age. Things like inconsistent sleep, lack of movement, and poor hydration can all contribute to feeling sluggish. If you're always feeling tired, it's time to take a closer look at what's really causing it. Are you drinking enough water? Dehydration can make you feel exhausted without you even realizing it. Are you getting restful sleep? Poor sleep quality leads to brain fog, lack of motivation, and increased stress on your body. Are you moving enough during the day? Ironically, the less you move, the more tired you feel. What you can do: improve your hydration. Many people mistake dehydration for fatigue, so make sure you're drinking enough water throughout the day. Pay attention to your sleep habits. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, and avoid screens before bedtime since blue light interferes with your sleep hormones. Move your body. It may seem counterintuitive, but adding small amounts of movement to your day will actually boost your energy rather than drain it. When Barbara made these changes, she was shocked at how much better she felt. Instead of dragging herself through the day, she found herself waking up with more energy and motivation. She realized that aging wasn't what was slowing her down, it was her habits. Fatigue doesn't have to be your reality. If you make these small adjustments, you'll begin to notice a difference in your energy levels within just a few days. 3. Your mindset matters more than you think. If there's one thing that separates people who age with strength and vitality from those who struggle, it's their mindset. The way you think about aging directly affects how you experience it. Barbara had spent years believing she was too old to exercise, too old to learn new things, and too old to make changes. But when she started challenging these beliefs, everything changed. She stopped seeing age as a limitation and started seeing it as an opportunity to take better care of herself. And once she did, her body followed. If you believe you're too old to improve, you'll prove yourself right. But if you believe that you're capable of change, you'll prove yourself right about that too. The choice is yours. You are not too old to move, to regain your strength, or to feel good again. And you are certainly not too old to live life on your own terms. What you can do, start today. Make one small change, whether it's drinking more water, stretching in the morning, or simply standing up more often. Every small action you take today is an investment in your future self. And trust me, your future self will thank you. For the overlooked power of sleep, Barbara had made up her mind. She wasn't going to let age slow her down. She started walking a little more, drinking more water, and paying attention to her sleep. And to her surprise, she felt better, but something was still holding her back. She was still waking up groggy some mornings, and some days her legs felt heavier, like they didn't want to move. That's when she discovered one of the biggest yet most overlooked factors in aging well: sleep. Most people don't realize just how much sleep controls everything, from energy levels to memory to mobility. It's not just about resting. It's about rebuilding. Every night, your body goes through a deep repair process. It strengthens your muscles, restores your energy, and even sharpens your brain. But if your sleep is poor, that process is interrupted. Barbara started looking into her sleep habits, and what she found shocked her. She wasn't just getting older. Her body was running on empty because it wasn't getting a chance to recover. What you can do: set a sleep schedule, go to bed, and wake up at the same time every day. Your body thrives on routine. Create a wind-down ritual. Turn off electronics an hour before bed, dim the lights, and even take a warm bath to help your body relax. Make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary. No screens, no bright lights, just a calm and restful space. Within a week, Barbara started waking up feeling refreshed instead of drained. Her mind was clearer, her body felt stronger, and she had more energy throughout the day. This is your reminder. You deserve deep, restful sleep. Don't let poor sleep rob you of your strength and vitality. 5. The hidden danger of sitting too long. If I asked you how much time you spend sitting each day, what would you say? A few hours? Maybe 5? Now double it. Most people don't realize just how much time they spend sitting, whether it's during meals, watching TV, scrolling on a phone, or just relaxing. Sitting has become the default position for so much of our lives, and Barbara was no exception. She thought she was staying active enough. After all, she took short walks and moved around the house. But when she started tracking how much she actually sat throughout the day, she was shocked. On an average day, she spent over 8 hours sitting. Here's the scary part. The longer you sit, the harder it is to get back up. When you sit for long periods, your blood circulation slows down, your muscles weaken, your flexibility decreases, and over time, these effects add up. That's why simple movements like getting up from a chair or climbing stairs start to feel harder than they used to. What you can do: stand up every hour. Set a reminder if you have to. Even just standing up and stretching for a minute makes a huge difference. Walk while you do everyday activities. March in place while brushing your teeth. Pace around the house while on the phone, or stretch while watching TV. Make movement a habit, not a chore. Look for small ways to move throughout the day. park farther from the store, take the stairs instead of the elevator, or dance to your favorite song in the kitchen. Within weeks, Barbara's body felt lighter, her legs moved more easily, and best of all, she didn't feel trapped by her own stiffness anymore. Movement is the key to keeping your independence. The longer you sit still, the harder it will be to move. Start now. Move a little more today than you did yesterday. Your future self will thank you. 6. The power of sunlight. Barbara was on a roll. She was moving more, sitting less, and getting the best sleep she'd had in years. Her energy was coming back. Her body felt stronger, and for the first time in a long time, she felt in control of her own aging process. But then something surprising happened. One afternoon, while sitting on her porch, she realized that despite all the progress she had made, she still felt a little off. That's when her doctor asked her a simple question that changed everything. How often do you go outside? Barbara thought about it. Sure, she took short walks, but most of her day was spent indoors, reading, watching TV, or doing chores. She had never considered that staying inside too much could actually be making her feel worse. What she learned next shocked her. Most people know that sunlight helps the body produce vitamin D, but what they don't realize is just how essential it is, especially as you age. Vitamin D plays a huge role in keeping bones strong, muscles flexible, and joints pain-free. Without enough of it, bones weaken, falls become more likely, and movement starts to feel stiff and difficult. What you can do: aim for 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight per day. Morning sun is best because it helps regulate your sleep cycle, but any time of day is better than none. Make it part of your daily routine. Drink your coffee outside, take a short walk after lunch, or simply sit by a window where sunlight can reach you. Protect your skin. Wear sunscreen if you'll be outside for longer periods, but don't be afraid of the sun. Your body needs it. Barbara couldn't believe how much of a difference such a simple habit made. She was finally starting to feel like herself again, stronger, happier, and more energetic. 7. Strengthen your legs to stay independent. One morning, as Barbara bent down to tie her shoe, she felt a familiar ache in her knees. It was subtle, but she knew exactly what it meant. Her legs were getting weaker. Even with all the progress she had made, she realized she hadn't been doing anything specific to strengthen them. And if she didn't start now, she knew what was coming next: difficulty standing up, unsteady balance, and a higher risk of falling. The truth is, your leg muscles are the foundation of your mobility. They are what keep you independent. And the moment they weaken, everyday activities, standing, walking, climbing stairs, start to feel harder. What you can do: chair squats. Sit down in a chair, then stand up without using your hands. Do this 5 to 10 times to wake up your leg muscles. Leg lifts. While sitting, extend one leg straight out, hold for a few seconds, then lower it. Repeat on the other side. Heel raises. Hold onto a sturdy surface. Rise up onto your toes, then slowly lower back down. Barbara started with just a few minutes a day. Now, she moves with confidence, knowing her legs can carry her wherever she wants to go. 8. Yoga and Tai Chi, the secret of balance and peace. Barbara had come so far. She was moving more, sitting less, sleeping well, soaking up the sun, and strengthening her legs. She felt better than she had in years. But there was still one thing missing. Even though her body was getting stronger, she sometimes felt a deep tension in her muscles, like a stiffness she couldn't shake. That's when she discovered yoga and Tai Chi. At first, she was skeptical. She thought these practices were for young, flexible people, not for someone in her 70s. But after just 1 week of practicing, she realized something incredible. This was the missing piece. Her body felt looser, more balanced, and more flexible. Her mind felt calmer, clearer, and more focused. What you can do: start small. Try just 5 minutes a day. Stand up, take a deep breath, and gently stretch your arms over your head. Focus on slow, controlled movements. Lift one foot slightly off the ground, then lower it. This simple action helps build balance and control. Don't worry about perfection. The goal is to move, breathe, and feel good. Barbara didn't start out knowing how to do everything perfectly. She just started, and that made all the difference. Final thoughts. Barbara's journey started with small changes. She didn't overhaul her life overnight. She didn't set impossible goals. She just decided that she wanted to feel good again. And day by day, step by step, she got there. She sleeps better now. She moves with confidence. And she feels in control of her body and her future. Now it's your turn. Aging isn't about losing your strength. It's about choosing how you want to live. So what will you choose? Will you take that first step toward feeling stronger, steadier, and more energized? Will you start making small changes that will add years of mobility and freedom to your life? Your body is waiting for you to say yes. So go ahead, take that first step today. And if you're ready to start, let me know in the comments. What's the one thing from this article that you're going to try first? I can't wait to hear your story.